Just telling you what the facts are.
I want to make a point here that goes back to the very first segment of that show tonight, which was on the Supreme Court, and there are two different views on the Supreme Court. When you're saying Donald Trump is not accepting of tradition, et cetera, and in terms of conceding an election, there are lots of people in this country, Justice Scalia was one, who believe that there are a lot of people like Hillary Clinton who believe that the Constitution is to be ponied around with here to fit whatever is their latest objective, instead of accepting what is in the Constitution and the basic freedoms for all of us. That is, in essence, a coup d'etat in a slow fashion motion here, using the Constitution. What does that have to do
with it? What I was saying,
see, and the fact that you don't get that, that's what
Jeffrey,
it has to do with it.
Jeffrey, I think you're not hearing what I mean. What I was saying was that if you lose, you accept responsibility. If you win, good for you. You take the credit for it. Period.
You guys have an actual point to make.
This is about elections, not the Constitution.
Listen, you guys have an actual point to make here. Republicans could be excused for feeling that there's a double standard when it comes to sexual conduct, Bill Clinton versus Donald Trump. They could be excused for saying that,
in a whole lot of areas.
Well, hold on. I'm trying to help you here, but you got to give me a little bit of room. The idea of there being some media bias, of there being a double standard, I think you guys have a case to make. The problem is when you overshoot your skis the way that you do, and you say that this media bias, this particular thing, then gives you a rigged election, but you don't have the same critique of the media when Donald Trump is winning the primaries one after the other, then the media is fine. You don't have a critique of the media when Republicans are winning the Senate, no critique when they win the House, no critique, 30-plus governorships, no critique. You only have this critique of the media and concern, and it's peril for democracy when it affects your guy in the last hour, and that looks hypocritical.
No, a lot of us were critiquing the media in the primary as well, and by the way, to suggest that this is a Republican thing, there's a reason why. In Gallup recorded history, the media is at its lowest rate of trust. And Gallup recorded history.
I'm giving you the bias argument. I'm giving you the bias argument. But when you undermine confidence in American voting institutions, listen, the media has been a mess from the beginning. The American media system used to be deliberately partisan. Every party had its own newspaper. People had flyers, and it was a total crap show. Then you wound up with this sort of forced, homogenized thing. It was fake from the beginning. Now it's getting all exciting and crazy again. You got social media. But the media,
which is good.
Hey, and I have no problem with it. I'm happy to be
Twitter.
Here. I'm happy to be tweeting. I'll be tweeting at the commercial break if we ever have one. I have no problem with that.
At this rate.